Yoo-hoo, it's Luhu. You can't see me except for my hands. Hello. I probably did an intro to this, but so today we're going to work on how to finish up an ornament that's been stitched on perforated paper. So if you follow me, you know that I've designed about 6, 7, 8 items to be stitched on this perforated paper. Of course, you can always stitch it on regular fabric, but it's kind of fun to do it on the perforated paper. But then you need to figure out what you're going to do with the back of it, because, you know, you're going to hang it on a Christmas tree, right? Anyway, so I thought I finished up. This is my new Snowman Trio, and I finished one and finally finished the other two right here. And I thought I would show you how I finish up one of these ornaments. And it's super easy. All you need is your stitched piece. You need scissors. I have a pretty cool old retro pair of scissors that I found in my mom's stash. Some Eileen's tacky glue. And don't freak out, glue is okay. Some felt that coordinates with the back of your stitched piece, and a little bit of ribbon to make a hanger. Super easy. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna cut this baby out. And one thing you wanna be careful of when you're cutting this out is you want to be sure that you don't cut into where the holes are where you've got a thread. So you're gonna you've gotta leave a margin around here. If I can, I don't know, I'll try and just hold it close. I don't think I can really, what's the word I'm looking for? Bring it in at close enough. So I'm going to hold this as close as I can, and if you'll see, I'm trying to cut, it's really easy, of course, on a straight line. I'm just cutting over to the next set of holes. And then I'm gonna just make sure that I leave some open holes all along my curved edges as I cut into the points of the stars. So. And we'll keep going here. Helps if you don't have any light shining through the back. It's a little easier to see. And possibly if you have younger eyes than mine. I like to also just cut off bits of it so that my hand doesn't get in the way. Or, you know, there's no, between my hand and the paper, there's no problems. So just try and maintain that margin. If you want to, you can always do a little pencil mark around it. I just eyeball it just because I'm impatient and I want to get it done faster. So I'm going to cut off this little piece right here just to make it easier on myself. You can always go in when you're done and trim off a little bit of extra if you find that, you know, you left too much and it just looks kind of bulky. Better too much than not enough, and your threads are coming out. Now I'm having a hard time here, probably because I need to cut this extra bulk off. There we go. That was it. Just needed to cut off that extra bulk. You want to be close enough that you still get the shape of the object, but not so close, like I mentioned before, that you're that you have a chance that you might cut into where your threads would be released. And around we go. We're almost there. It's a little bit like kindergarten, huh? And there we go. Now, I'm going to just take a look at everything here and make sure that I'm happy with the way things look and that there's nothing I want to trim off. I'm going to do a little trimming right here to make it look a little more round. And there we go. And I think that looks pretty good. Pretty good. The next thing you want to do after you're done cutting is go to your felt. And I chose to do this in a monochromatic look rather than a contrasting look. A contrasting look would be choosing maybe one of these brighter colors, the pink, the red, or the green, or maybe orange. But I decided to go monochromatic. I had 3 different light blues in my stash of felt. And I want to go with the closest blue to the color of the paper. This is, I can't remember the name of the blue. It will be indicated on the pattern, of course. It's sort of a periwinkle, a very light periwinkle blue. Anyway, but this middle felt right here matches most closely with the perforated paper, so I'm going to go with that. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put the glue on the back around the edges, just barely, of my piece. You can kind of see I did, and then I'll go in with just some light glue in the center here, just to make sure everything gets tacked down nicely. Good tip is to put your tacky glue in a jar upside down with some wet, damp paper towel in the bottom. And that way it's ready to go. And you're in control of the amount of glue that comes out. So I have a glob coming out. I didn't really want a glob, but I'm gonna just go around thusly around the edge. I'm not gonna put a huge amount. It doesn't take a lot. That's even more than I want to make it stick. I'm sorry, I've got a little bit of a runny nose and the sniffles, but not a cold. We've been running our wood stove, and so the air gets dry and then my nose starts to run. Okay, and then I'm just gonna put a few little bits of glue here. Again, I'm not putting a lot on there because I don't need it. I don't want it oozing through the front, for one thing, and I don't want it to show on the back a lot either. Now, I'm gonna go ahead. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? We can do this real quickly. So take about 6 to 8 inches of ribbon. Each of these squares is an inch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm gonna do 7 here. Make a loop, just like this. I can't believe I forgot that. Just like that. And you're gonna need a special little dot of glue just for that. Now I'm bending my stitched item a little bit, but that's okay. It'll all work out. There we go. So I put that in at the top, and then I'm just gonna get that all pinned down. If you look right here, you can see a little bit of glue coming through, I think, on there. I don't know if you can see that or not. Don't worry about it. It will dry clear. So, and then my next step is I'm going to cut out, do a rough cut out of my felt, like this. And then I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to give it a chance to really get down there. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut detail around the felt. You could, if you really wanted to and felt brave enough, I don't think I would be this brave, you could use hot glue. I don't think I would feel comfortable. For one, it's not gonna smush out. You're gonna end up with some beads on the back, a beaded look on the back. You're gonna be able to see that. And if you use the called for threads here, I use DMC Light Effects, which is a plasticky thread. And I would be afraid that the hot glue would melt those threads a little bit. And I mean, it might not do anything, but then again, it might. So sometimes you gotta come at things from a different angle in order to get into those points. And if you're still watching this, you can see that that's what I'm struggling with. Also, these may have not been the best. They were great for the paper, not so great for the felt. And just go around. It's the easiest, best way I know to get everything to be perfect in terms of lining up felt and perforated paper. Yeah, we're almost there. Definitely use a sharper pair of scissors than what I'm using. You could trace this onto your felt, trace around your ornament first. Okay, when you go to cut here, just make sure you move your ribbon out of the way. And there you go. You have your ornament all ready to hang on your tree. You can go back here and do any trimming you want. I'm gonna do a little bit of trimming up here where it's not as round as I would like. But there you go. You have stitched a cute little ornament, finished it up, and now it's ready to hang on your Christmas tree or gift at your ornament exchange. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a great day and happy stitching.